The visa officers usually ask the same questions to the candidates from major areas related to your study abroad plans. Study plans. Choice of university. Academic capabilities. Financial status. Plans after the completion of your study. The purpose of the USF-1 visa interview is to determine your eligibility as a student and to demonstrate your motivation for visiting the US. Be ready to discuss your motivations for choosing to attend a US college or university when asked about them during the student visa interview. You can properly prepare for your interview by studying examples of American Embassy interview questions in advance. Why do you want to study in the USA? Always make sure to let the interviewer know what reasons have convinced you to study in the US. For example, you can mention how the USA is the most popular study destination among international students, the infrastructure of American universities, and the specialties of the American educational system. You can also bring up reasons, like the fact that the study program that you want to pursue is unavailable in your native country. What are you planning to study, and what is your specialization? Tell your interviewer about your study program and the field of study that you want to major in. Also, you can discuss the specialties of the program and how you intend to make use of your course to create an impact in the future. Why did you choose this specific university? In your response, you should prove that you have done enough research about your university and explain why it's the right choice for you. It would be better if you explained how you'd benefit from the university's faculty, programs, student organizations, etc. Which universities did you apply to, and how many admissions did you receive? It's possible that not all of the universities you've applied to have accepted your application. Be sure to answer your visa officer's questions honestly and directly. For example, if you only received an acceptance letter from one of the 5 US universities you applied to, be honest and tell the truth. However, your honesty will be appreciated by the visa officer. Do you know your professors at your preferred university? What are their names? It would be preferable if you completed some preliminary research about your university and professors before attending your visa interview. The interviewer will inquire about the names of professors and other renowned university officials. Take the time to learn about the university's most prominent professors so that you can mention their names and any awards they have received, books they have authored, or other accomplishments they have had. If the interviewer knows any noteworthy alumni of your preferred university, he or she may also mention them or ask you if you are aware of any notable alumni of the university to which you have been admitted. These inquiries are merely meant to determine whether you are genuinely interested in receiving a quality education or whether you are merely using this as a means of entering and remaining in the US. Where is your preferred university located? What do you know about that region? You could just say the city or town in which the institution is located. You can also provide a few facts about the region if you want. However, make certain that these facts are relevant to your research area or educational field. This will prove to the interviewer that you did your homework. Where did you complete your studies, undergraduate or school level? Tell the name of your course and the university. If the university has a high ranking or is a prestigious institution with specialties, make sure to add them too. Have you been to the USA before? If you have previously visited the United States, explain to the visa officer why you came, such as on vacation, to attend a training program, or for medical reasons. If you have never visited the United States, simply state that you have not yet had the opportunity to travel or study there. What do you know about American culture? Mention the features of American culture that you find most appealing. Individualism and free speech are highly appreciated in the United States. You can discuss the parallels between India and America while also acknowledging their differences. You can also discuss your interactions with Americans, both in person and online. Why didn't you consider Canada, Australia, or the UK for your program? The interviewer will inquire about your decision to study in the United States rather than another country. Try to be more detailed in your responses. Avoid cliché answers like, the United States is a powerful and esteemed nation, or, because it is a dynamic and developed economy. These cliché answers will force the interviewer to believe that you adore the United States so much that you want to live there even after you finish your studies. Instead, focus on the university and the study program that you're planning to attend. You can name professors who teach at that institution and are renowned experts in their field, for example. You can also mention some notable features such as world ranking, research facility, faculty profile, alumni profile, and so on. The visa officer wants to know about your job goals and possibilities. They'll be on the lookout for any inconsequential remarks or reactions that might suggest that you really do wish to remain in the US. If this occurs, the visa will undoubtedly be rejected. You must inform the immigration officer that you do not intend to stay in the United States after graduation and will return to your native country to work. Mention what you intend to accomplish when you get home. You can talk about your family, house, business, and even specific areas of your native country that you would like to return to. What are your test scores? What about your previous GPA? The interviewer may want to know if you are capable of succeeding in your studies in the US even though you have already been accepted at a US institution or university. You might be asked to provide your test results, English language proficiency levels, and/or high school transcripts during your interview. They can use these characteristics to decide whether you'll be able to succeed academically at the school you want to attend. How do you plan to fund your education and living expenses in the USA? Discuss your tuition and fees, as well as how you plan to pay for them while attending your US university. Always make sure not to mention that you're intending to work in the US and earn money while studying. Instead, explain to the immigration officer how a degree from a US institution can improve your chances of finding a well-paying position back home. Do you have a sponsor? If you received a scholarship to study in the USA, mention it. Or else tell the names of your sponsors. If your parents are supporting your studies, you can add that as well. What do your parents do for a living? The visa officer is basically interested in cross-checking the sponsor's financial capacity by asking such a question. You should thoroughly review your sponsor's income tax returns, ITR, and related papers. Have a good understanding of your father's, mother's, and any other individuals who are sponsoring you. Also, do not just state that he or she is in business or provides a service. Make it extremely clear what their job entails and what their individual position is. What's your parents' or sponsor's income? The visa officer needs to know if the annual income of your sponsor or parents will cover your study abroad costs. Money can be deposited in banks, but annual income records given to the interviewer will help them determine the sponsor's ability to pay the student's expenses. For your I-20, you must include your yearly income as reported on any IT returns and have submitted it with the university application. Do you have any siblings? These kinds of inquiries mostly serve to determine whether your family includes any other individuals for whom your parents may later need to raise money. Basically, the purpose of these questions is to assess the family's balance of income and expenses. Do you have any relatives in the USA? Be honest with your answers. Even if you have distant relatives who you only see every 3 or 4 years, notify the interviewer if they are in the United States. You must also list any friends you have just met once or twice who have studied or are now studying in the United States. Most interviewers only take into account your close family. Why didn't you decide to pursue this course in your own country? You can talk about the disparity between the standard of education in your nation and the US using this visa interview question. You may mention to the interviewer that one of your ambitions is to earn a degree from one of the many well-regarded universities in the US. If appropriate, you could also mention how your home nation does not provide the course of study you want to major in. You could also discuss how American colleges and colleges in your native country differ in terms of faculty, infrastructure, and course design. What are you intending to do after completing your course in the US? How can you prove that you'll return to your country after completing your course? If you intend to work after finishing your education, state so. Inform them that you are looking forward to partnering with several Indian companies. It would be beneficial to name a few companies. If you were working, you may claim that you had an offer to join your previous organization after finishing your education. Mention your interest in furthering your education and conducting research as well. However, make it clear that your family is still in India and that you intend to return to them after your academic studies are through. Did you receive any scholarships? Why did your university grant you a scholarship? You should be aware of how many scholarships you may be eligible for as well as the reasons why a university may award scholarships to you. Your visa officer will want to know if you are aware of scholarship programs and financial aid. Also, if you have submitted a statement of purpose for the scholarship, please mention it and bring a copy with you. Thanks for watching this video.